This is a divorce blog. My divorce has been final for exactly 1 week yesterday. And this morning my chest hurts so bad. I'm so angry. So I realized yesterday that my ex is my trigger. So we don't talk about Brian. No. I can't talk about him. Period. Turns out he's been talking to this other girl for several months, and I believe that influenced his decision greatly to leave the way that he did. He moved to Memphis, and guess where she is? In Memphis. I found this out yesterday, and I've been defending him. He would never do anything like that, and I feel really, really foolish. I guess I'm making this video because it's really important for you to know your triggers and to, especially until you've completely healed, to stay away from that. And I've done a really, really good job of that up until yesterday. And yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It's been 8 months since he abandoned me. That's the legal term for abandon me. And I came home to an empty apartment. And for the most part, I've just kind of been, doing my creative thing, blogging, working. I'm working 2 jobs, and just kind of keeping to myself. But yesterday, I realized that he's definitely a trigger for me, and that it's going to be one trigger that I probably avoid for the rest of my life. So with therapy and actually looking at enrolling to become a clinical counselor myself, I realized that just because you have a few bad days doesn't mean that you aren't still, healing. Like, healing is not linear. Grieving is not linear. Grieving the death of a relationship is like grieving the death of a person. So there are very many stages to it. And this is one of those low stages for me. Going through all the trauma that I have been through, he is the one person, it breaks my heart, who's gone out of his way to make me feel this small every chance that he gets to talk about me in such a negative way every chance he gets. And it hurts because what has been displayed through the abandonment was in him the whole time, yet he married me. And I had to find out like this. And the reason why I say I had to find out like this is because I actually went out of my way. It was important for us to go to therapy, to go to counseling, because I wanted to heal all those old wounds, and I wanted to have a successful marriage. So we went to counseling before marriage. We went to counseling 3 times during marriage as well. And, a person can only benefit from counseling if they're going to be truthful. And it turns out that he was just sitting there saving face, and nothing that he said was actually truthful. People portray to you who they want you to see as long as they can, and then eventually they become themselves. And a lot of us stay and try to make things work because we're working towards getting back to that person that we remember from the beginning, but that person never existed. It was just a facade put on to kind of rope you in. And I said that to say I feel so foolish at times. How can I pick someone that I was seriously going to spend the rest of my life with that doesn't even like me? doesn't like one thing about me. Not one thing. And it hurts. I definitely understand Sierra's prayer when she prays, or when she prayed for God to heal her and to take the pain away, and that my next person will be like my forever person, because I like belonging to someone, but it needs to be the right someone. I mean, most of my days are good, and for the most part, I am, doing so well on this healing journey. Like I said, I'm in therapy. I'm still on my entrepreneurship endeavors. Money that I make, I put into my businesses to help them grow. I work 2 jobs. And I'm just trying to be all the things that I could be to myself, but mental health is my priority. My physical health is my priority. I've lost 40 pounds, like all those good things. However, it's important to identify your triggers and to avoid them. And and when I say avoid your triggers, I don't mean that like in a negative way at all. I don't mean that in a way that you don't take accountability, because I absolutely take accountability. I'm going to acknowledge that I am not perfect. I definitely have my flaws. I've had a lot of growing up to do. We had been together since we were 15 years old, so there were a lot of sore spots in my life. There was a lot of drama and trauma and hurt and pain in my life and in our relationship. But I went as far as I could on my own, and then I started to use the resources that were available to me. And I probably outgrew my marriage a long time ago, but I never had the courage to leave, because I just didn't want to be wrong. I also wanted to make things work. And it's like, if I've grown as a person, then he can grow. But the thing is, he didn't benefit from my growth at the end of the day, and it wasn't attractive to him. So he had to make decisions that were right for him. Just finding out yesterday about the other woman, it triggered a memory from my mom when she said men don't leave without a plan, and she's right again. If I look at how far I have come from August of last year to now, I am very, very proud of my progress. Just kind of wanted to do this vlog and identify those triggers and put it out there. But also, I wanted to encourage any woman and even man who may be going through a divorce, like, you'll be okay, and don't let anybody rush your process. It was very, very tempting to internalize things yesterday when I found out, and to kind of like push my process up and rush into, doing the most, but it's not necessary. The other person's actions has nothing to do with you. So his actions have nothing to do with mine. So I'm going to trust the process. I'm definitely going back into my little bubble, though. I have a lot of work to do to secure my future and, my future family's future, and stay optimistic. And also, anyone who has direct ties to him will not be a part of my life anymore, because I can't afford the setbacks. Like, the healing that I want for my spirit, for my future spouse, is very, very important to me. So I have to take myself out of situations and keep certain people and things from around me, and you're going to have to make those hard decisions as well. So